Good morning, Igor Openchansky.
Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to do, this is a quick sporadic video, this will be a grocery haul, I guess they call it, and I know a lot of YouTubers have done it, and that's great, but mine is going to be directly relatable and useful to a lot of people out there, because some of the other people who do it, they're not that realistic because they have things that a lot of you guys, especially younger people who are in school, perhaps those who live downtown, you don't have access to. You know, you don't have access to a car, and perhaps you don't have access to like a relatively, inexpensive grocery store, which is such a problem here in downtown Toronto. Number one, I don't own a car, and no one does, because they just like subway around all over the place, which is good for 99% of the time. The 1% of the time, which happens to be food and groceries, that's a problem. It's funny how the one problem is that, that thing that you kind of need to stay alive, but like whatever, food, it's overrated. This is just going to be a little breakdown of what I do. I actually go to a couple local little grocery stores around the area instead of going to one major one, because we don't have any major ones. The nearest Walmart is like 3, 4, 5K away, and it'll be multiple stations, 10 buses or something. And either way, so this is going to be a little breakdown, and plus it's going to be very good to show kind of like the tips and tricks for things that I do, especially for living in a small apartment, and they're relatively inexpensive. Either way, I'm blabbing. Number one, my staple is bananas, because I friggin' love them. They're awesome. I love fruits and vegetables, and they are probably my favorite carbohydrate source, whether I'm cutting or bulking. But when you're bulking, it's so easy because each one is like 25 grams of carbs, and I could legit eat like easily like 4 to 5 a day. So I got some bananas, and afterwards I got some bananas. And then I was thinking I should also, just in case, stock up on some bananas. So I've got like Frilly the Banana Girl, my girlfriend said, would probably be just like flipping out over this. It's that chick that eats like 50 bananas a day or something. Fruitarian. It's like one step above vegan. It's like level 10 vegan or something.
I'm a level 5 vegan. I won't eat anything that casts a shadow.
Wow.
I got just like, this is just some kind of like strawberries and banana smoothie-ish, which is cool because I'm going to put it in a smoothie. And I just need something with sugary flavor, because I can't just do bananas, pea protein, and water. It's going to taste terrible. So I need something to add a little bit of texture and whatever. I got almond milk because I like it in my cereal. I like it with various things. Sometimes I have like PB&J, and then I like to have it with milk, but I can't drink milk because of lactose. And because it's bad for your skin, as Brian always talks about. So I decided I always get at least one thing of almond milk. I get the original. Bread, because I like to make sandwiches. I like to make PB&J. I like to make like Nutella. Really good for just snacks in general. I get like the 12 grain or something. I don't believe in, like, you guys know the whole point of if it's your macros, you can eat whatever you want, especially me being bulking right now. I'm not like, oh, but it's, bread is an unhealthy source of carbohydrates and blah, blah, blah. The whole clean food versus not clean food debate is just like so overdone. All sorts of carbohydrates are fine. Obviously some, have different, glycemic index properties than others, but I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. Guys, also I got 3 of these. These are like flavor drops. They're kind of like meal. This is my girlfriend because she actually buys the name brand stuff because she's fancy. But it's pretty much just like you put it in water, and it's just 0 calorie like flavor drops. So you give it like 2 squirts, the thing turns like, it's pretty much like you're making 0 calorie juice. I don't buy Coke, I don't buy juice, I don't buy pretty much any other beverage other than that. Pretty much 99% of the time I'm just drinking water or water with flavoring, and I like it. I got so many of these. These are just like, like those quick like, rice, like Uncle Ben's or something. I'll take them, stick it into the rice maker, cover it up with water, throw in the flavoring, set it, go do whatever I have to do, go to the gym, go do some work. I'll come back and then I'll have like probably 2 to 3 servings of rice, except usually I eat the whole thing in 1 serving. And it's just, because I hate eating plain old boring rice. I used to just take white rice, put soy sauce on it, and like, you want to go crazy after a while. You're like, oh my god, what am I eating today? White rice and soy sauce for the 69th time? Giggity. So like, this is just a nice way of adding a little bit of flavor and making my bulk a little bit easier on myself, because I just can't eat potatoes, white rice, plain pasta, or something like that for the 100th time. So this adds a little bit of, plus I'm, it's quick. I don't have time to like sit here and make it taste good and stuff. I'm literally on the go all day. Set it, forget it, done. I got some oatmeal. Usually I get like boxes of this if they're on sale, but it wasn't today, so I just got 1. What I'm gonna do is I take 1 packet of this kind of stuff to sweeten like peaches and cream, and then I'll mix it with regular quick oats, which I have in bulk. I've got like multiple bags in my closet, so I'll do half. That way, like, this stuff can add to the carbohydrates of it, but then that stuff, because there's so much like sugary, flavory goodness, it all kind of mixes together. It's almost like you're getting 2 for 1 in terms of the flavor aspect of it. I got some Mr. Noodles or something like that, like one of those Asian noodles. Sometimes I do buy crap. I mean, I don't sit here and eat just like chicken and bananas all day, just because, you know, I'm bulking, so I don't care. And you need stuff to keep you from going insane. You can't eat the same thing over and over and over again. Another example of something to keep me from going crazy, I just got chicken nuggets because I like them, and you know, it's a very good source of ketchup because, as you guys know, ketchup is a food.
Source of ketchup?
I love ketchup. Frozen vegetables. This is a big thing for me. In terms of getting my I'm very good at getting my fruit. I have so much fruit. I could eat fruit all day, every day. I am really okay with fruit. Vegetables, that's another problem. Number one, I think for me, they tend to go bad a lot quicker. So many times I'll buy, you know, vegetables, and then 2 to 3 days they're starting like, you know, like turn into like prunes or something, and it's just a hassle because I have to buy them every single couple days. Obviously, you're not as excited to eat them because they don't taste great. So I always just get some frozen vegetables because this way they'll last forever. I'll put them in stir fries. I'll, you know, microwave them, like mix them in with my like chicken and beans and stuff, and do, you know, it's really like at this point it's just I need to get vegetables. I'm not that excited to have them. The fruits, that's the fun part. This stuff, I just need something. Plus, this is a good way, like you don't have to sit here and make stir fries and salads that, you know, come. This is like green and yellow beans, and this is like some crazy stir fry jumble of goodness. Gotta get your micros, gotta get your, you know, your vitamins, your minerals. I got an obscene amount of fruit, as you guys know I talk about. Like, I probably have at least 20 to 25 apples in here. I got some pears. I got a little bit of zucchini because, you know, I gotta throw in some vegetables. I got some oranges. By far, my biggest staple is apples and bananas. Like, every day I have 2 to 3 apples and 2 to 3 bananas all day, every day. That is just my, you know, #1 thing. Oh, and then I got caramel corn because I want it. That's it. Guys, the last thing I want to mention is that I did not get any meat. As you can tell, I did not have any steak, chicken, nothing in this grocery haul. And the reason for that is because it's very hard to carry a lot of it, and it's also, you know, it's not that cheap downtown. I mean, I've talked to some people online, you know, just randomly through like YouTube comments, and they'll be like, oh man, you know, it's hard for me to get protein sources because it's so expensive here. And I'm like, oh, what is it per pound or per kilogram? They'll tell me, and I'm like, yeah, it's more in Toronto, Canada. And they're like, oh, like crap, how do you do it? That's the problem, guys. So you have to get a bit creative because here, legit, like in the States, because food I think is subsidized, I've seen people going to Walmart on any day of the week and they can get chicken breast for like $1.99 a pound, $2.99 a pound. Here, legit, it'll be like $8.99, like $10 a pound for chicken breast. So if you eat a reasonable amount of chicken a day as a bodybuilder, you are gonna go broke very fast. So what I actually do is, even though I buy groceries probably on like a weekly basis, I will buy like chicken breast or meat in general probably on a 3 or 4 week basis. What I'll do is I'll go to like the store, I'll borrow like my parents' car or something, and I'll just get like a huge grocery haul of just meat, like literally pounds of chicken. I'll stick it in the freezer and I will live on that for like a month, and I'll just keep on repeating this process. That's it. I know it's not the fancy side, I know it's not the coolest, but this is how I eat on a daily basis when I'm bulking. When I'm cutting, it's pretty much the exact same thing. I just might eat different portion sizes or just make different food selections. But that is essentially it. So guys, you know, if you take anything away from this, that's pretty much it. Just understand that, you know, I have different grocery shopping days. There'll be like snack day, there'll be like fruits and vegetables day, and then there'll be like a meat day, and that's what I do to kind of get the best of each of these worlds in a monthly basis. Hey guys, okay, so I thought I would kind of just show the actual process of one of the things that I want to do for this whole setup that I'm doing in my apartment. I know I've been showing like, you know, a couple videos and a couple clips and talking about it. If any of you have asked me online, they're like, hey man, where's the YouTube clips? You know, it's been like 2 weeks with no uploads. This is part of the reason why, because I've got this whole setup idea, and you know, unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy, I'm like stubborn. I don't like to do something half-assed or do it halfway. So part of me has been thinking like, oh, I should put up a video, but the other part of me is kind of like, oh, but I want to put it all up and use the whole setup once it's finished. So pretty much every day I'm kind of adding to it, changing something, moving it around, and I'm always like, I'll put up a video tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow the setup will be ready, and it never gets done. But this is finally one of the things that I've decided to do, and so I thought I would just kind of like throw it up there and kind of take you guys along with me so you see what actually goes into some of the stuff that I'm doing. So I've got some lights, I've got some stands, I've got my camera, I've got 2 cameras, one here and then one there. And this is something which I will be trying to incorporate into my next few videos. So hopefully you guys will watch it. And so, let's go. I'm done, this is it. Do you guys like it? It's sexy. I did this for you. Yeah, so I used to have it hanging like about 2 feet in front using these things, which was okay, but there was a lot of problems with it. Namely, like I didn't like how it was just hanging on the feet, it was catching dirt. It was, because it was being just held together by, that's annoying. Because it was kind of just hanging off via gravity, you'd always have these creases. And the problem is when you have creases, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like kind of green, and then it'll have like kind of like black lines and stuff, like these crevices. And the issue with that is that when you're converting in your editing software, those like black lines will kind of appear as shadows and stuff behind you, and then it kind of messes up. Because then it's kind of like you obviously see yourself, your background is whatever you want it to be, but then there's these random kind of like corners and lines, and I don't want that because it's like 99% good, but then it kind of ruins the picture. And that's why I wanted it up against the wall. I got duct tape on the top. That's not really working well, so it helps. But to be honest, most of it's coming from these push pins, and I banged out like 20 all around the circumference. That way it's nice and tight. Keeping it classy here on Vitruvian Physique. And now what if I ever want, I could take, I got Babe right there in the corner. I got this black tarp, and I could take that and I could hang it off of these. So now I have the option, I could just consistently like switch back and forth. I can use the green for videos where I need some kind of graphics, and for just regular videos where I'm talking, I don't really need much and I don't want that fancy stuff, I can just hang the black and do it, you know, in front of that, as if it was just like a regular black wall. It's very, you know, standard, that's not distracting. And yeah, so guys, I apologize again for my lack of videos for the last little while. This is the reason why I have to set this up. You know, I tried this like 3 different alternatives, like this is my final one, this is what I think I'm gonna go with, but I tried hanging it, tried vertically hanging it, horizontally hanging it, all this different kind of stuff. Obviously getting all this gear, setting it up, figuring out what to do with the camera. Thank you to Matt yesterday, a friend of mine, he came over and taught me everything, because legit, I was like, hey, you know, I have this like $2,000 camera. I'm like, where's the auto function? Where's the standard scene selection? Can I just press movie and let it go? And apparently that's not the case. So I have to learn what aperture is, what ISO is, what like shutter speed, magic, Hogwarts style bullshit. There's like 100 things I have to figure out. So guys, once again, I apologize for not putting up, you know, videos, but I've never been the kind of guy who puts out videos just for the sake of putting out videos. If I haven't put out a video in 3 to 4 days, I mean, I do kind of feel like a sense of like, you know, I gotta put something out, but then I don't want to put something out just for the sake of putting out something. You know, just be like, here's a video, you guys happy? Okay, I'll see you in a couple days, because then it's like, your channel's not gonna grow, then you're just gonna plateau and stay the same. That's why I've never been the kind of person who like vlogs too much, at least not yet. Because, you know, sometimes my life isn't that exciting, and I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, welcome to Vitruvian Physique, this is vlog number 6,000 in 2 months. And it's me sitting at my desk, oh my god, that's so exciting. And then it's me making a sandwich for the 60th time. And then it's me watching Netflix for the 30th time. So, you know, I'd rather take a little bit more time, maybe spend a week, build up some footage, some interesting things which happened in my life, workouts, just, you know, things in general, compile it, edit it well, take a little bit of extra time, but actually put in quality. My channel so far, at least, I believe is all about quality over quantity. Someday I would like it to be both, but again, on a limited time budget, because of work and things like that, it's not always as easy, but someday. So in the meantime, I've set it up. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm really excited to try this out, incorporate into some of my videos, some of my informational stuff, especially with all the graphics and examples and yada, yada, yada. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So cool stuff coming soon.